Yeah, so this is for Tim, but for everybody who's ever experienced being bullied. Now, I'm not going to try and kind of crack all this in one go. We can continue the conversation, but what occurs to me is that it starts historically, of course, by being bullied by a parent or a sibling, and however then somehow usually that's blamed on you for causing it, so that sets up a belief that you deserve to be bullied, and then for whatever reasons that trigger that kind of state in you around other people who aren't that parent or sibling, you signal unconsciously for those people to bully you because you believe that that's what you need, or that's what you deserve, or that's your thing. You're going to have to be bullied, and that belief will be lodged in your neural circuits and has to be superseded by a new one. Now, if you just adopt the Buddhist notion, and of course I'm not trying to suggest this is the absolute truth, because we don't know what the absolute truth is. It's just an experimental stance to adopt, so that you get a reframe, a shifting of perspective, because when you get a different perspective, you tend to get a different result. Assume that you are the writer of your story, you're the director of your movie, and that you are, without realizing it, or you haven't been realizing it, signaling everyone around you to conform to your wishes, which have evidently been to be bullied. Therefore, what you're doing is, rather than assuming the victim role, you're assuming responsibility for the experience. Now, remember, this is not assuming blame, because we're not talking about doing something wrong and being blamed for it. We're talking about shifting a reality. So rather than thinking, you've done something wrong, assume responsibility for the situation, and just experimentally assume, I am signaling these people, I have been signaling these people to bully me, and they've been complying. Thank them very much for doing that. Now I'm going to signal them differently. I'm now going to signal them that they're going to cooperate with me, support me, collaborate with me, nurture me, be kind to me, and so on. And then basically include me, because bullying is excluding, isn't it? Why would they do this? Because if the mysterious presence informing all of existence, the Chinese called Tao, sees fit to manifest itself, to express itself as me, as this node of life called me, then who am I to argue with that? So if the power that informs the very universe itself deems fit to express itself as me, I'm certainly not going to be arrogant enough to argue with that. And therefore I am worth it. I am worth treating with respect. I am worth being here. I'm worth supporting. I'm worth nurturing. I'm worth being kind to, and so on. Even if you don't believe that, it's irrelevant. If you don't agree with it, even, it's irrelevant. All you have to do is to be able to conceive it and agree to it. And you do this repeatedly over a period of time, so that I no longer need to be bullied by life. I no longer need to signal people to bully me. That's the one thing that occurs. Work with that, see what you come up with, let me know. The other thing is using it as impetus to study, and I'm biased here because I've been doing martial arts since I was an 11-year-old boy, to study a martial art. And if you want to do a quick one, you want to learn something quickly, I'd go for kickboxing or Krav Maga, or whatever takes your fancy, really. Because that's a beautiful way of addressing it directly and using the impetus, the gift that these people are giving you for the positive. And makes you very fit, and it makes you feel really confident, and therefore able to be kind to people, because you've got nothing to lose, nothing to fear. Those are the two approaches that I would suggest to begin with, but let us continue the conversation when I hear back from you. Okay, bye.